So we're going to be talking about formatted string literals, also called formatted string literals. F strings are string literals that have the F at the beginning of the curly brace and contain expressions that will be replaced with their values. As of Python 3.6, F strings are a great way to format strings. Not only are they more reliable, readable, more concise, and less prone to errors than other ways of formatting strings. So here we are on the replit.com. I'm going to create a new REPL. But this is another way too. So you can see when I clicked on my REPLs, I have all the lessons there. But to create a new one, because we're going to do lesson 2, of course, we're going to use Python. We'll go ahead and type in lesson 2. And here our project is loading. And I said 2, I keep saying 2. This is lesson 3. So for lesson 3, we're going to be talking about commenting because we talked about how to comment codes last time. To create a comment, you have to put the hashtag at the top. I'm just going to put a few lines of hashtags up here. And I'm going to go in and add the same thing below. And we'll fill that comment section in later. So in this assignment, we're going to be talking about creating a team member. And we want to be able to print out a message to the screen. Inside the parentheses here, I'm just going to print out a message that says, "Thanks for your hard work." And don't forget the space. Now I'm going to concatenate with the plus sign, and I'm going to go ahead and put the variable name, which is team member. And from here, what I want to do is go ahead and put the name of the team member. I'll just make up a random name. I'll put Kyle Morris. Now I'm just going to run it. So it says, "Thank you for your hard work, Kyle." But say if I want to be able to go ahead and put in my own message, what I can say here is, if you look carefully, I changed the line. So I can say team member equals, and then put input, parentheses, and I can put input name, because say if I want to just put my own name each time. I may not want to put Kyle each time. Maybe I want a different name. But in this case, I'll use Kyle. But you can see it says, "Thanks for your hard work, Kyle." Now we're going to be talking about that string literal. So at the beginning of this video, we had discussed F strings, and that's how to format strings. So we're going to take a look. So here we can display Kyle's name on the screen by putting input, but we can also print it out a different way by using the F string formatting. So notice I put F, and then from F I put the quotes, and then I say, "Thanks for your hard work." And I'm just going to put some curly braces in there. Give me a moment to fix my errors, and then I'll tell you what to put on there. So inside the curly braces, I'm going to put team member. So if we look carefully, I have F, "Thanks for your hard work," curly braces, and then I have team member. So when I say input name, I'll put Kyle Morris, but notice it says the same thing. So not only can you put the print and then plus with the concatenating, but you can also use the F string literal. Now that F string literal is going to be very important because we're going to be printing out to the screen a whole message, like multiple sentences. So in that case, the F string is something that we want to learn how to use. I'm going to change this up a little bit. I'm going to put team member, and then I'm going to put _1 because I want multiple team members. I just don't want Kyle as the only team member. I'm going to put multiple team members. But when I change the variable, notice I had some errors pop up, so I also have to change that below. I'm also going to change the message here. I'm just going to put input person 1. I'm going to copy this whole line, paste again, change it to team member 2 and team member number 3, and likewise, of course, 2 and 3. Now I'm actually going to change that. Instead of sentence, I'm going to put speech. I'm recording over this audio later. But I'm going to change that to speech because it's going to be not just one sentence like I thought it was going to be. But let's just see what happened on the screen. So I have speech equals, and then I have my F string literal. So I have the F quotes, welcome everyone, thank you for coming today. I'm going to end up removing that slash. I'm recording over this later, but just to let you know, I will remove that slash later. And I'm also going to put also invited because when I make my speech, I also want to put other people that are invited. So instead of saying welcome everyone, I can always change that message every time. So here where it says everyone, I'm just going to put in curly braces, I'm going to put also invited because I can change the word that I use, welcome, you know, welcome Walker parents or welcome family and friends or welcome students, etc. And now this is a speech. I'm going to put a period there. Notice that slash, but at the very, very end of this video, I'm going to end up removing that slash so you can ignore the slash. But we're going to say thank you for coming today. We want to congratulate in curly braces team member 1 for his hard work. Now again, I did put a slash there, but I'm going to end up taking those out at the very, 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 very end. So just ignore those slashes for right now. And I also put in team member number 2. And I'm just going to keep writing the speech. The speech isn't going to be that long. It's just going to be like 3 or 4 sentences. And I'm almost done. And here I just added team member 3. And I'm going to give a little shout out to that person too. And for time's sake, I just went ahead and put it on the screen. So it says input person 1, I put Kyle. Input person 2, I picked David and Mark. Input others, so family and friends. So it says speech. So in the speech, you can see here, it says, welcome family and friends. Thank you for coming today. We want to congratulate Kyle for his hard work, so on and so forth. If you look at my code, you see that I took out those slashes. I ended up taking those out because it was not needed. But notice also, I had to actually type in the word speech in order for it to display the message.